Morning, tubers. Madam Roy back again. Back to another vlog video. This is the 29th of July, 2017. This is a Saturday, a very gloomy Saturday actually. I'm going to give you guys just a little bit better adjustment so you can see me. First thing you probably notice is, right back here are my new shelves. That's right, we spent pretty much half the day yesterday getting all these things put up and ready. We finally got them up properly. We had to find the studs, which were kind of challenging because with the textured walls that we have, the stud finder is not always really accurate, so we had to do a couple of test holes. We finally got them hooked into the right studs, and they look awesome. I'll let you guys have a closer look at that in just a couple of minutes. But the first thing I want to talk about is something that Chris's TV in 1979 sent me last night as a private message. And it's something that I think a lot of people don't realize. What he basically asked me is how come computer sales have been so slow. Because as you guys know, I rebuild and sell computers. Mostly secondhand systems, stuff that I pick up in lots, usually from auctions, thrift stores, what have you. And I've been noticing a slump in the sales too, and I think that where the confusion is, it's not necessarily the product. At least I know it's not in my case, and I've seen some of Chris's stuff, and he's got some awesome computers, so I know it's not a problem in his case either. The issue is the time of year. When you talk about reselling computers, there really are 2 or 3 good times in a year to do that. One, of course, is back to school, which is end of August, beginning of September, at least in my area. That's when everybody's looking for a computer for their kids, basically trying to get them ready to go back to school and or college. I mean, it really just depends. And that date is going to vary depending on where you live. Some places they go back earlier. Some places go back in the beginning of August. Around here, everything starts around the beginning of September. The second good time, of course, is Christmas, or right before Christmas, because people are trying to get computers for their kids for Christmas, just as Christmas gifts in general for anybody. And then the third time is right after tax season. So I'm talking end of April, beginning of May, even up into June. Those are the 3 best times of the year to list and sell computers. Consequently, the worst times to sell computers, right now. Yeah, the middle of summer. Basically, July and August have always been my slowest months, and there are a few reasons behind that. One, it's because people are on summer vacations. A lot of people aren't even home. Give you an idea, half my neighbors have been on vacations for the last, 3-4 weeks. Not the same ones, of course, but they alternate. So a lot of your customers are on vacations. They're not even here to see your ads. And number 2, it's a money issue. Because a lot of my clients, at least in my case, are teachers, and of course they don't teach during the summer, so they have to be a little bit more careful when they're spending their money. Also, people are spending money on vacations, and they don't have money to buy things, incidentals like computers. So let's say somebody's right on the cusp. They know their computer's old. They're running, say they're running Windows Vista. And they're like, I know I need to get a new computer. Well, they might wait a couple of months, wait until September or even October to where they can build up their financial portfolio enough to where they can afford it. So, I mean, that is the biggest problem that I've seen lately. And Chris, I hope you see this. I hope this kind of answers that question for you. Just hold on. The best advice I can give you this year, anybody who's trying to sell computers this time of year, just hang on. The lean months are here, but there's a light around the corner. Like I said, enlist in my area, end of August, beginning of September. You guys are really going to see a huge boost in your sales. I'm going to go ahead and pull you guys around. I want to show you guys this shelf up close. I think you'll find it really interesting. So I'll talk to you in just a moment. All right, tubers, and here it is in all of its glory. My new shelves that are housing my most recent pickups for Alvin and the Chipmunks memorabilia. These are pretty much all from the new TV show that came out in the United States in 2015, except for Brittany over here. I actually found this at a thrift store the other day, and this, of course, is from one of the movies, probably chipwrecked, just going by the little tutu she's wearing. But it's amazing. I am so happy how this turned out. Now, we're not quite done. We still need to touch up a few areas that we damaged, like right here when we were hanging the shelves. And I tried painting this yesterday, but unfortunately, let me turn the light off so you guys can get a better idea. you can see the paint actually didn't match. I think I must have gotten it from the wrong can, so Mom and I are just about to work on that today. But for the most part, everything just looks awesome. And I'll go over with you some of the things I picked up this past Christmas. Right here we have the sock launching hot rod. This is Alvin's little hot rod car, and you see the Alvin figure in there. And basically it'll launch the socks if you wanted to. Now, of course, being a collector, I'm going to be keeping all of these in their original boxes. I got the Chipmunk funk guitar. See, I can push that.
I'm Simon Seville. Now gear up.
All right, so you get the idea there.
Can you say encore?
No encore. But that's cool anyway. I don't want to get dinged by the copyright police. Next we have the We're the Chipmunks collectible figures. You got Simon, Theodore, Alvin, Brittany, Eleanor, and Jeanette. Really, really nicely done there. I love the attention to detail on these. I think they were done very, very well. As a matter of fact, I might buy another one of these when I get some extra money just to have out. And I'm thinking about just kind of putting them around the front here. I think that would look really, really cool. Over here, we have the Super Skating Sports Car. This is, of course, Simon's sports car with the skateboard. I love the kind of with silver flames on there. I think that looks really cool. Got Alvin over here. This is one that I did take out because I had an extra one. And then, of course, here we have the 3 different figures here. We have the Groovin' Brittany, Groovin' Eleanor, and Groovin' Jeanette. And yes, I know I just messed that up a little bit, but not to worry, I'll fix that later. Then up there we have the Rockin' Alvin, Rockin' Simon, and Rockin' Theodore. Actually, Theodore was the last one that I picked up on there, but again, very, very nicely done. And then right on top, I have the big Talking Brittany, the Talking Alvin, and then the Talking Brittany again. Again, I had a couple of doubles because I bought them, and then Mom bought me some of these for Christmas. So that is my entire Alvin and the Chipmunks collection that I've gotten recently. This is going to change. I know I'm going to be getting some more items in the future. The next things I get will probably be going in between the Alvins and the Brittany's up there, but I am really happy. Now, let me show you about these shelves. These shelves, like I said, were a little tricky because we wanted originally to use 3 brackets. We wanted one there, one in the middle, and then one at the end. But unfortunately, this particular wall just had 2 studs there. So we felt it was safer just to use the 2 brackets and make sure they were firmly in the studs. And as you can see, they're pretty secure as it is. The hardest part, and if you can look here, I'll have to turn the light back on. Right back here is one of the screws. This was the hardest thing to screw in because no matter what we did, no matter what screwdriver or drill we used, we had a hard time getting it past there. But eventually, between the 2 of us, Dad and I, we finally got it screwed in. So these are pretty secure. You got a screw there, you got a screw in front to hold the front of the shelf, and then of course you got 2 screws in the back here to actually brace it to the stud. So these shelves are not going anywhere anytime soon. Now the only problem that I'm having, and it's not really a big issue, is when you open the door you have to be careful because you can only open it about that far, but at least it gives me enough access to get into my clothes closet here. And the idea that we have one of 2 things we're thinking of doing. We're either going to go ahead and put a little felt pad here so it doesn't damage the door and the wall when you open it up, or we're going to get one of these door stoppers. You can actually get a stopper to put in the door so you can make sure the door stops just before it winds up hitting the shelf there.
Check this out, guys.
We have 2 kitty cats sleeping together under the bed. Isn't that the cutest thing? Hi, Baxt. Hi, Milo. We're not going to disturb them anymore, but I just want to show that to you guys real quick. They are so cute right now. They're just sitting there. They've been sleeping there for, what, about a half an hour now?
Oh, at least.
Very cute. We'll let them go back to sleep. Night, guys. Good night. All right, tubers. So we tried a different section here with a new batch of paint that we had. You can see it's still drying, but I think this one's going to blend in a little bit nicer. She did it from right around here, pretty much this whole area without I'm lining out for you. So we're going to have to see. Let me get out of the shadow real quick. You can see it's still drying at the moment, but I'm not sure. We may need to go out and buy some new paint. I'm not sure if what we have was the correct batch that we used to paint this. Alright, tubers, well, looks like we found the right match. You can see that we touched up right around here and it's blended in, and I'll see if I can find an area that we didn't do. You can kind of look up here. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but you can see the compare and contrast from the right color gray versus the wrong color gray. So it looks good. It looks like we can finish touching up this entire wall here, all around the shelves, and we should be done. Probably only take about another hour or so. All right, Mom called me in here. She wanted me to show me what this kooky cat is doing. He is sitting on the very top of this long scratching post. You are so funny, Milo. How can that be comfortable for a cat? Now he's over to the window. Kittens do the craziest things, don't they? Good boy, though, Milo. All right, tubers, here's your 10:45 a.m. weather update. They were talking about severe thunderstorms today on top of a lot of rain. Now you can see it's cloudy, and it did rain a little bit this morning, but we really haven't gotten too many storms. Give you an update on Mom's flowers here. They are doing really well. These are her knockout roses right down there. So you got a few blooms on there. You got one there, one there, one there. This is really good considering this is not really the time of year that they tend to bloom very well. Next, we got the flowers up here in the little hanging baskets. Some of these are portulacas. I'm not sure what the yellow ones are. The yellow ones are portulaca. Doing very well there. The rain really gets to these, though. I just noticed we're probably going to have to turn this around because you want the bulk of the flowers facing front, not just because it looks better, but that's actually where the sun comes in. So we have to have Mom help me with that later. We basically just got to take the hook out here and just twist it around so that's facing the front. They're all doing very well. You can see that the rain definitely does get to it. The rain tends to come here from the west and it'll actually come in and water these flowers for us, and that's very nice. It saves us on the cost of water, which around here is very, very expensive. And then Mom replanted some different flowers in here. Again, some more portulacas, different colors. I really like the white with the little pink centers there, the little lavender, and then the magenta color ones. So very, very pretty. They wound up taking off very well. One thing you have to remember with portulaca, you want to make sure you do not overwater it. That's a big mistake people make. They're sun-bearing flower. In other words, these flowers need a lot of sun, but actually very little water. We only wind up watering these maybe twice a week. And the fact that the rain comes in and waters them a little bit, we're probably going to cut it down to about once a week. But we'll just have to see. As you can see, the soil here is damp, but it's not really, really wet. And they thrive on that kind of medium watering technique. All right, tubers. I'm just going to finish up the vlog here for today. Hope you guys really enjoyed it. I'm actually filmed this whole vlog with the Sony DCR TRV 260 that I purchased at the thrift store the other day. And we'll be doing a formal review of this camcorder in a future video. Once again, I'm going to touch on the fact that yes, I am still doing the giveaway. Once again, it's as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers, and I know we can do it really quickly. I'm already up to close to about 4,400 at the last point that I checked. And we can get to the 500 mark really quickly. Once that happens, I'm going to go ahead and take $50 out of that month's YouTube earnings, and I'm going to do a giveaway for a $50 Amazon gift card. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Please continue to like and subscribe. And as always, have a blessed day, everybody.